Peace and blessings, family. It's your girl Sony back again with another one. You caught me doing my hair routine. I tell you, I live a pamper me life. Every day I'm pampering myself. Baby, you better. You better. But I came on to let you know that self love is the best love. Self care is the best care. I was sitting here thinking about marriages not so long ago because I'm not gonna lie, I have always wanted to be married. But the problem was, I was broken. I had a lot of trauma. And I didn't understand it at the time that I was actually bringing in people that had the same trauma. Not actually the same trauma, but had traumas. And we had trauma bonds because most people, unlike me, I'll tell you the truth of my stuff. Most people come in the door wearing a mask because they don't want to face their trauma. They don't want you to see them through a certain way. Now, one thing about me, I've always been a different type of girl. I don't see people as the things that they've been through. I understand that these are experiences that you have experienced, but I didn't see the chick that I talked to that was touched as a child as being touched as a child. The person that touched you was the one that had the issue, not you. You're the survivor. If you went through this, that's not who you are. That's the experience that you went through. But when you're unhealed, you think everybody's going to see you this way, and then you start to project the way you feel onto someone else, and they become master manipulators over time. So my problem was, I'm walking in the door and I'm treating situationships, relationships, girlfriends, or whatever the situation was. I think I only had 3 situationships, and when I talk about all of this is my past, because I'm close to 3 years ago, I got out of, for almost a 11-year relationship. So this is when Sony was young Sony. I was treating these situations as marriages. I came in taking care of bills, taking care of this, taking care of that. I didn't know how to date. My dating was, we're together and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And no, I should have still dated where that was your life, this was my life, and then if we come to a discussion later on and we want to do something and move to another place. Because marriage is spiritual. Indigenous people, we've been married before it was even legal to be married. We just went to ourselves and God and we was married. And that's what marriage is really about. It's the uniting of two souls, outside of gender, outside of this, outside of that, in the presence of something greater than us. We will have witnesses, there are other spirits, but at the end of the day, if there was no one else to witness it, it's just JC, where my man at? JC, and whoever it is for you. That's what marriage is all about. Y'all want the wedding, y'all want the whoo-hoo, y'all want the party. Baby, sometimes y'all get so hooked up in the party and the presentation, and I don't even know why half of y'all wearing a white dress. I'm not going to go there, but stop wearing these white dresses. Oh, you little Delilahs, and you're wearing white. The dress it needs to go up in flames. Jesus. It needs to go up in flames. I digress. We're going to hit that one later. But it's spiritual. It's a spiritual thing. But at the end of the day, what are you going into it for? What are they going into it for? And I've always tried to come, heal, protect. Why? Because I was trying to avoid the work that I had to do for me. I was always trying to avoid the work that I should have done for me. I never projected things onto people because most people are nasty and they project, oh, this, that. I always tried to heal and protect. Basically, I was doing for people what I wanted to be done for me. I came in and took care of households and families and purchased this and purchased that. All the things that I wish that could have been done for my mother, like I said before, and for me as a child. So I provided that protection. I provided that family unit. But I didn't understand it at the time. These wasn't my families. These families were loaned to me for a certain period of time. It's like when you go to the library and you loaned a book. You give them your information. They give you a books. You got a certain amount of time to, you don't know. Now, in the relationship, I didn't know that there was a time limit. You know, when you get a book, you got 3 weeks. Then the family goes back to whatever, because you just like the guest star. You the guest star in a sitcom. And always remember, each week, well, growing up when I grew up, because I love entertainment, I love a good sitcom. Each week we had a different sitcom, a different guest star, especially like on Fantasy Island. Each week it was going to be different people, a different storyline, The only people that remained the same was Mr. Rourke and Tattoo, and maybe 1 or 2 people here and there. But for the most part, the show was based on And the Love Boat, 2 of my favorite ones. We had different people that came each week. There was a core group, but then there was guest stars, because that's what made you tune in. Morgan Fairchild was gonna go. Oh God, I knew I was a lesbian when I saw Morgan Fairchild. Morgan Fairchild, Farrah Fawcett, Lola Falana, Jane Kennedy. Made me a believer. I'm getting off track, but welcome to my world, baby. If mother don't know anything, even as a little mother, I know a beautiful woman, and it was outside of race, baby. Oh, and what's my little Charo? I liked her, but she was always old. Even when I was young, she was old. But Edie Chacon. And for those who know you, baby, you know. I had to have a moment of silence, because if she's still alive, I know she's still bad. As a little lesbian. And I gotta stop saying lesbian, because we are here in certain bodies from different places, but the spirit remains the same. It's outside of race, gender, ethnicity, orientation, all of that. But those girls right there made me a believer. And I'm not gonna lie, still to this day, I still love an older Hispanic woman. I do not understand it, and it's not age, it's maturity, because I've always looked for mature women, and they had to have something. For me, it's always been the mind. It wasn't the body. The body gonna be bodying, but when we connect, it's a beautiful thing. I had a homegirl back in the day, TMI, but hey, we all friends, we family. I had a homegirl back in the day in Spanish Harlem. She had a beautiful mother. That lady used olive oil. She was bad. Everybody in Carver know who I'm talking about. This older Hispanic lady. She was brown skinned, like a darker olive, which probably Hispanic people will call her negra, because she was darker than the normal. Lighter to black people, but darker to Hispanics. Racism is racism. It doesn't matter where you come from. But my God, she was a beautiful woman. Oh, she was a beautiful woman. Her daughter liked me, and I liked her mama. Baby. When I tell you, just to see that woman, my heart be like, I'm like, I'm about to be your stepmama, girl. You have no idea. But she was a beautiful woman. I used to have them little rollers, them little net mesh rollers, the big ones from when they would go to the beauty parlors and under the thing. Not the pink ones, because the pink ones was to sleep in overnight. But the mesh ones when you was under the... I ain't gonna lie, still to this day. Now, don't get me wrong, I love my indigenous women. Lord knows I love women, period. But I love my indigenous women. But baby, it's nothing like an older Hispanic woman, I ain't gonna lie. They smell good, they look good. And black women, I tell you, because I got an eye, my eye sees. I told you, it was Lola Falana and Jane Kennedy for me. I understood beauty. And one who wouldn't sing that was my type as a kid was Linda Ronstadt. And I think what I loved about Linda Ronstadt, she wasn't in a box. She was beautiful. And still to this day, I tell people, she has, present tense, one of the most beautiful voices that have ever sung music. That woman is such a talented artist in every sense of the word. But I tell you, I got an eye now. And don't think that the eye just went for the women. Now, I keep telling people, I was born this way. I wasn't created this way. But I could still look at a bad brother and be like, nice. I could give you a compliment. Hey, what you got on? You smell good. What you rock? People are like, you're not like the normal lesbian. I'm not. I'm Sony. That's it. I don't subscribe to none of these things that y'all do. But at the end of the day, I am a lover of life. I'm a lover of beauty. God has created and sculpted some amazing people. Now, for me to appreciate your beauty doesn't mean that I want to be with you intimately, because humans, y'all just so nasty. Y'all just don't understand. It's about the appreciation for me. It's the appreciation of the art. Lord knows I love the artist who is God, and I'm going to love his creation. But at the end of the day, I don't even know how we got in this conversation. Basically, I love the ladies and the ladies love me. But lately, I have been noticing within the last couple of months, excuse me, it's been a bunch of Hispanic women that's trying to get to the kids. Older, younger, but they have all been Hispanic. A lot of Mexican women. I've only found a couple of Puerto Ricans here and there. A couple of from Ecuador. I don't know what it is about the kid. I don't know if it's been me on the Duolingo for a couple of years right now, but I don't know. I'm not even speaking Spanish when I'm out, but once in a blue, because I don't feel like I'm that fluent in it yet. But, I got some stuff in the arsenal to get the conversation started now. Don't sleep on me. I'm from New York. We know Spanglish. Stop playing. But I really think that me and Brooklyn are about to move to South America in a little while. Where, I have no idea. This country can't hold me back anymore. I'm at the point now where this country really has nothing for me. And I truly mean that. And it's not the current climate, administration, or anything. I have gotten to a place now where my soul yearns to see and experience more. And America just can't do it. I mean, I could go, I'm going to always be back and forth because little mama is here. But I really feel like I need to grow internationally. And I could go back and forth. I mean, it doesn't matter. But I need to see the world. I feel like in some aspects I am being suffocated. And I know that sometimes I can't stand my church upbringing. As in my mind, I'm like, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. I don't know where that came from, but yeah, I feel like I'm being suffocated, and I need to explore. Because you can only give what you have. When you're not happy, it's hard to find that happiness to give other people. And I've always done that, tapped in. This is the first time in my life, and I told my friends, where I felt selfish because I'm living for me. If I'm okay, everything else in my orbit will be okay. If I'm not, because always remember, the world will always turn when you're no longer here. When I was going through hard times, even the closest people to me, nobody stayed up overnight to wonder if I ate, slept, or had a place to stay. That's just the reality of it, kids. I ain't get one birthday present this year. And I got a lot of family members on both sides of my family. I have immediate family members. Do you understand where I'm coming from? And I don't say, oh, woe is me. Nah, because I'm a grown-ass woman. I'm going to always make sure I'm good. But don't cry for me, Argentina. That's what came to me. And I tell people, the day that y'all better not sit there and cry, because I will come back and bring you with me. Because when you have a chance to make a change in someone else's life is when they're here. I don't want those guilt cries, because always remember, the person that cries the most and the loudest is the guilty ones. You feel me? But my intuition is so amazing nowadays. It's taking the fun out of life. I'm not going to lie. It's taking the fun out of life. I told you growing up, my fun was dysfunction. My fun was destruction. That's how I found fun. In the midlife, I had to realize what fun was really about. Going out, seeking different behaviors and people and experiences that wasn't dysfunctional, that didn't revolve around pain and suffering in a way, lower vibrating behavior, So I had to find that joy, that joy, that joy. But I didn't beat myself up because once I found the spiritual walk, I should say the spiritual walk found me because I wasn't looking for it. It said bam, bam. And I had to realize everything I went, no matter how horrific it may have been, was to build me up for this. Was to build me up for this. So everything that you go through, family, man, I know my ancestors are telling me, if you don't get your behind over this camera with this shower cap on your head, I know, because I tell you, I'm from some beautiful people. We clean up well. We don't play that, baby. I gotta represent for the Stanleys. I gotta represent for the Stanleys. Because my mama's family, they were something else. But getting back, welcome to my world. I keep telling you, we ain't gonna stay in one place one time. I'm gonna take you all around and then bring it back. And y'all should be appreciative because I'm just a ball of knowledge. And I ain't too bad to look at. I gotta get some more sleep, I ain't gonna lie. Damn, I forgot where we was. It doesn't matter. Y'all taking this walk with me. I feel like I need to breathe. I need to run. And I know what it is, a 21-year journey, which was building me up for this time right now. Because remember, my walk has never been about material things. It has always been my quest, my search for higher knowledge, for a deeper connection with the one that's greater than me. Even though I took different schools of thought, different disciplines, Islamic, Christianity, spiritual, it doesn't matter. Source, it doesn't matter. Humans put names and labels and try to box stuff in. God will always be God no matter what, as long as you're walking in the light. I'm not going to bow down to something that was created by my God. Y'all better stop playing with me. That's why the enemy couldn't get me. You can't get me. You was created by my God. I'm greater than you because I'm in the image of my Father. I keep telling you, I can't. Y'all can't take me. My truth is always going to be God's truth. I can lie because I have lips, but I can't lie if you understand. If you understand, then you understand. But growing up, our fun was just deviance, debauchery. It was horrendous. It was horrible. Yeah, I get it. And it took a long time to find that wasn't what life was about. That was just playing into the hand of the enemy. When you raise our vibration and you learn, and I had to go through different phases to get to be right here. But every lesson learned, every tear, every heartbreak, every friend who turned against me was for something greater for this time now. Because why? I've always had people saying something about me. Either it's the arm and they try to talk about it behind my back and it always got to me. Why? Because of my intuition. Because of my intellect. Because I was not like them. And when you're not like people, they want to throw it in your face because why? They are projecting their insecurities onto you. So I went through this my entire life one way or another. So going into this season, you can't break what has been trying to be broken for almost 50 years because I'm 55. So let's say from kindergarten on. God prepared me for this from the womb, baby. I came out, my mother kicking and screaming. Do you understand? So stop looking at what has happened in your life. Use it to the best of your ability. Can nothing break me. I tell you to this day, my walk with God is solid. If, and I mean this with my entire chest and being, if I never spoke to any of my siblings ever in life, I will be okay. It's only if I didn't speak to God and he turned away from me that it wouldn't be okay. If I never spoke to anybody again, I would be... Growing up, I used to tell my mom, it's something... Now, mind you, I've never been in any type of... Why do you people harass me? I've never been in any type of... I've never been arrested. No trouble. No trouble whatsoever. I used to tell my mother as a teen, Mom, if something happened to me and I went to prison, I will be okay. She look at me like, what? I was like, yeah, if I went to prison, I would be okay. I was like, because I'm already going in gay. Well, I wasn't a teen because I came out at 24. So after 24, I was like, I'm already going in gay. I already don't like to be around people. I already like to read books. I already like to be by myself. Da, 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 da. And I didn't realize it at the time, like, those was deep words to say, because they were coming from a place that I didn't understand but understood at the same time. Because this world has never been my home. My family has never really been my family. I always knew that we were just separate people that just came here through the same DNA code in this life cycle. In this life cycle, I've always had the understanding of knowing that it was something greater than this. And just because we may look alike similar, it doesn't mean that we are family. We are just interconnected, because some of your brothers and sisters was your ops in the last life, and they came back here, still would have scored to settle. You got brothers and sisters who don't like you because, oh, mommy loved you more than me. Daddy loved you more than me. That had nothing to do with you talking to your parents, yo. But anything, because humans are insane. So that's why I said, I never spoke to another relative, because all my family is dead. I tell everybody, all my family is dead. I got a couple of sprinkled here and there, but the majority, my family is dead. I just got relatives here. And if you don't know the difference between family and relatives, I feel sorry for you. And they can't take my mouth. Why? Because it's the God's honest truth. I tell you, when I speak, it is what it is, baby. And it's not because I think I'm so amazing. No, it's because there's something greater than me. He's the judge. So I'm always thinking of JC. So I'm not going to sit here, hold your hand and tell you you're beautiful and you're ugly. I'm just not. I'm going to say you need to apply some makeup. You need to do this. You need to enhance your... I'm going to give you the God's honest truth, whether you realize it or not. And if you're in my life, give me the same thing. Because I'm not as magnificent as I think I am every day. Because I am magnificent. I mean, the kid is magnificent. I'm a Gemini. But to make a long story short, I love rocking with you people. I'm always going to give you something more than what you had before. To realize we all go through things. We will all go through things in this life. That's what this life is for. It's the training ground. It's sometimes you got to pay a karmic debt. Sometimes you got to go through to get through. But it's how you sit and handle things. I don't care what a millionaire does. I don't care what a billionaire does. Because you will never find an ethical billionaire. It doesn't exist. The same way you have never had, and feel me when I tell you, you have never had an ethical president. I don't care who was in office. Everybody has something on their hands to get to that office. So you got to understand, look outside of this. Politics is politics, baby. And politics is in everything. Church, we have politics. At home with the family, there's politics. It depends on how you look at and how you see politics. Everything is political in this life journey. And if you don't understand that, it's something wrong with you, baby. Everything is political. Where you live is political. Whether you renting, you're buying, you're this, everything in this life is political and it's transactional. Your relationships are transactional. You don't tell your husband you love him. You don't do this. You don't do... Everything is transactional. I keep trying to tell you, I don't see things the way that other people see them. And I'm grateful for that. Sometimes I sit and I play the game long enough so you just think that you have me where you want me. I want to see where you're going with this. I don't know why you people do not understand. I keep telling you, if I never speak to people again, I'm okay. If I never speak to people, I'm okay. But I gave you a little bit too much. I got to take my deep conditioner out and work on this hair. Because I tell you, when I do my hair, it's more spiritual and emotional than physical. Because we're growing back to here. We're saying you better talk health, wealth, abundance into every aspect of your life, including your hair, which is your antennas, which is keeping you closer to God. Baby, when I tell you, I love this walk. I love this walk. I'm thankful to my spirit team for waking the girl up. Until next time, family. Damn. I don't know when to shut up. We got a 25-minute video. Y'all gonna have 25 1-minute videos. Peace and blessings, love and light, Ashe. But please do something for yourself, no matter how minute or enormous. It's all about you, because baby, I don't care about nothing in my orbit. If I'm not okay, ain't nobody gonna be okay. And I mean that with my whole chest. If I'm not okay, Sony, the one that you're seeing here, the firstborn, the one. If I'm not okay, ain't nothing and no one in my orbit gonna be okay. It begins and ends with me.